Okay. Yeah. If you like this test, I will send you. It's all about seduction. It's all about seduction. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now let's get back to our lesson today. Okay. Number one, the new Shine keyboard is popular. The one from Digitech is popular too. Now make a sentence with that.
The new Time keyboard is just popular as the one from Digitech.
Mm. Number two.
The XQ joystick is just easy to use. It's just easy to use. Like the G Rock joystick.
Yeah, yeah. Number three.
The C50 monitor is almost large as the C30 monitor.
Mm-hmm. Number four.
Comtech's new mini tablet is just very small, uh, like Sango's new mini tablet.
Mm-hmm. Number five. That's right.
The CCV speaker are mm, not uh not not nearly powerful as the Soundtech speakers.
Hmm. Again.
The CCV speaker uh, are not very powerful. The Soundtech, wait, I don't know. Mm, Did
And
CCV?
the CCV speaker are not nearly powerful, are not nearly are not as nearly powerful as the Soundtech speaker. Okay. Remember to
Okay.
add the not, yeah, are not as nearly pow as nearly
The
powerful
icon
as
monitors are not quite uh, inexpensive as the Sentinel monitors.
mhm, are not as quite expensive as the Sentinel monitor. Okay,
Okay.
are not as quite expensive. Man, um,
Well,
okay. Now I want you to listen so that you can learn the actions, the accent. Okay, listen.
Read and listen. 1,
The new printer is as slow as the old one.
2,
My old smartphone is just as small as the new one.
3,
The X12 mouse isn't nearly as nice as the X30.
4,
The M200 keyboard isn't quite as cheap as the Z6.
Now listen again and repeat.
Okay, you can repeat it if you like.
the new printer is as slow as the old one. My old smartphone is just as small as the new one. The X12 mouse isn't nearly as nice as the X30. The
X,
M00,
X30, X30.
the M200 keyboard isn't quite as cheap as the Z6.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't. How can you hear it? You didn't hear it,
Yeah,
man. Why didn't you tell me?
I thought you were doing something else.
No, I will. I always look at the screen. How do you know that I'm doing something else? Why do you think
Well,
I'm doing something else?
because sometimes you don't say about the voice recording or something like that. So we have a listen thing or what?
Okay, now let's listen to these two people.
Listen to someone compare product features.
I'm thinking about getting a new game controller.
Oh, yeah? What kind?
Everyone says I should get a macro.
Well, I've heard that the Panatel is as good as the Macro, but it costs a lot less.
Really? I'll check it out.
Okay, I, I, you know,
And I
no,
will be.
sorry, you will read all. You will read them all.
I'm thinking about getting a new game controller. Oh yeah? What kind? Everyone says I should get a Marco. Well, I've heard that the Panatel is good as the Marco, but it's cost a lot less. Really? You'll check it out.
Okay, I really like to have a PS4 to play games. Yeah. Maybe I will save money to buy one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Now let's do this. I will be A and you will be B. I'm thinking about getting a new laptop to play video game.
Really? What kind?
Yeah, an Asus laptop.
Well, I've heard that that I don't know. I don't know. That can I create a name of of some new laptop?
What? What?
Can I create a name for some laptop? Because I don't really know about laptop.
Mhm.
Well, I've heard
Really?
that X70 is is as much as cheap as the what was your
Asus.
as your Asus.
Mhm. As is as good as the Asus. Okay.
Okay.
Really? I'll try. I'll check it out. Thanks for the recommendation.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay. My God. I think that. Oh, let me think for a while. We haven't really finished two lessons. Yeah. So do you want to free talk or we move on to the next lesson?
We talk.
Yeah. I asked you because my boss maybe don't like free talk. and he or she might want me to keep teaching you the new lesson. Okay, so now let's free talk. I'm tired.
Well,
Yeah, 30 more minutes, then I can sleep. Raw. Okay, so what will you do after you finish my class?
charge my phone.
Again? What do you say?
Charge my phone. I will charge my phone.
Check your phone.
Charge my phone.
Yeah, charge your phone. How many phone do you have?
One.
Oh, so do you often charging your phone? Do you often charge your phone while you're playing video games?
No.
Mhm. Yeah.
And what will you do? You will sleep?
Maybe I will sleep. Yeah, I will sleep for sure. I will sleep for 30 minutes. Then I will do the housework. Then I will focus on uh, learning. I will, yeah. Really want to have someone to hang out with, but yeah, I think that my best friend is being seduced by his girlfriend. Yeah, and I hate that. I really hate it. But I cannot force him to abandon his girlfriend to hang out with me. So I don't know what to do. Sometimes I just need a friend who's willing to hang out with me every time I want. I'm so stressed. I'm currently thinking about writing a post on Facebook to let everybody knows that I really need a person who can have a walk with me while speaking English to me so that I can learn and enjoy the fresh air at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Do
Yeah.
you understand? Yeah, that's all. And by the way, I don't think that there are many people who are willing to do that because it's still in the rainy season at the moment. So nobody wants to do that. They might get wet while you're having a walk with me. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sometimes I just want to be addicted to computer game just like you so that I can forget about everything else. But I can't. But somehow I get bored of the video games on my laptop. Mm-hmm. Mm. Normally, I told you that I have a friend who will visit me on Saturday and Sunday, right? This week,
Yeah.
he traveled to he traveled to Cà Mau province to release stress with his friend, to relax. So that's why I'm here. If he visits me, he will surely pay for my train. And yeah, for that reason, if he comes, then I will probably in a coffee shop because I have I don't need to pay for anything. Mm, you know what? I tell you a
What?
secret. I tell you a secret.
Yeah.
I used to pray. I usually pray in the evening. I often start praying at 9 p.m. Okay. While when I pray, I read aloud a mantra. Okay.
Okay.
I read aloud a mantra, and that that mantra has me to become uh, well, what? Let me think for a while. I'm trying to find a word, suitable word to express my thinking. Uh, mm, and that mantra helps me free me, helps frees me from love. Yeah, romantic relationship. I no longer love anyone, except my mother and my family member. I mean, I no longer have the desire to have sex. Okay, so that's why I I don't want to hang out with that waitress. Sometimes I have some feelings for her, but then I forget it immediately because of Buddha and Bodhisattva. And let me tell you another secret, and I hope that you will believe what I say, but I'm not forcing you, okay? So
Okay.
every night I read a mantra. It's called Lăng Nghiêm mantra. Lăng Nghiêm mantra. Okay, and this is
Yeah.
the most powerful mantra in Buddhism. And thanks to that mantra, I can talk to Buddha. I can talk to him. Normally, we don't have a conversation, but because I'm often full of questions, okay? So when I ask him something, he if the answer he gives is yes, then he will try to he'll have a click. Maybe he will try to touch on my left eye. He touch on my left eye. If the answer
Yeah.
is yes, then he will touch on my left eye. And but if the answer is no, he won't touch it. And not only him, I can feel that he's right above my head. That's all. So what I'm trying, yeah, I can know. I have the ability to know when Buddha or Bodhisattva or any god or any saint is walking near me, is trying to keep contact with me. I can know that. I can feel well, I can feel when he touch my head. Yeah, Buddha, the Bodhisattva touch my head. By the way, I have been reading that mantra for a very long time. So I have that ability. If
How
you
long?
start, yeah, for a very long time. I I have reading the mantra since was just maybe since I was 18 years old. Yeah. By the way, I read many different mantra, and that is one of the secret I want to tell you. And another secret is that I used to go around the city. No, no, not go around the city. I use Facebook to find girlfriend because I'm curious about my future wife. I want to know who is my future wife at that time. So I asked every woman I met for a day with me, but I
Yeah.
didn't find them. I didn't find them. So I asked Buddha to give me the answer, and Buddha and Bodhisattva helped me to have a dream, allowed me to have a dream of my future wife. Okay, and I saw that woman in my dream. Yeah, and I met her on the street. I have already met her on the street. She lived not very far from my house. So I met her while I went jogging. Okay, she is very beautiful. But um, there's another thing that I want to tell you. You know, I haven't got married because there's not just one woman who wants to marry me. There are two of them, up to two of them. Okay, okay, but
Okay.
the point is that I tell you this story because you are also a Buddhist just like me. So if you ever in trouble or in difficulty and you want to escape it, yeah, and you want to deal with it, also avoid dealing with the problem, you should ask Buddha and Bodhisattva. Just pray every night, and you have to believe in them. If you don't believe, they won't help you. Buddha and Bodhisattva won't help you. Okay, that's what I want to tell you. I rarely tell other people about my religion or how much do I believe in Buddhism because many people call me crazy whenever I discuss that topic with them. But I want you to know that when you try to pray, there are also devil who try to prevent you from praying, and that devil have succeeded. Uh, so a devil try to make my aunt abandon me. Yeah, he wants me to live in another house away from the altar a lot of time. He make my aunt get angry with me so that she didn't allow me to stay in my home a lot of time. Yeah, so yeah. There was a time I wander around the city, had no place to live because of him. I could feel him. Whenever you try to pray, you receive the merits given by the gods, the Bodhisattva, the Buddha, and is that not the good news to the devil? Okay, the devil always with us. So when I start spending more time on praying, my family
Yeah.
try to persuade me not to spend a lot of time. That's because of him. They can influence my family member, but not me. That's all. I want to tell you that if you want to have an easy life, yeah, then yeah, avoid difficulties and problems. Then ask Buddha, right. I will send you the mantra if you like. Mhm. But the devil will appear and try to prevent you from reading it. And maybe one day you will get bored of reading it because the devil can influence what you think. It can make you think in his way, not your way. Okay? For example,
Okay.
I told you about my future wife, right? So I saw her on the street while I went jogging.
But you,
But then one day, I saw her on that street. Yeah, Every time I went jogging, I went past the street, yeah, near the stadium where I often went jogging. Yeah, I often went past that street, and I saw her on that street 3 times. And but her house is not on that street. Her house is quite near that street. Yeah, it's within walking distance from that street. So she lived in an apartment. So I saw her on that street because she on that street there is a kindergarten, and she came to pick up her sister. Yeah, and I saw her on that street, and then one day she she rode her motorbike there and waiting for me. She stood there waiting for me. So I saw her on that street 3 times. Okay, and then one day she she make an effort to let me know that I she also ready for a romantic relationship by
With you?
walking, yeah, by walking in front of me. So she waited for me to uh go past. She waited for me to go past her the uh the apartment block where she lived. She waited, yeah, and when she saw me, she walked in front of me so that I could, yeah, so that I could approach her and talk to her. But then I don't know exactly who helped me, but I think that my ancestor, my my grandfather, yeah, the one
Yeah,
behind me, my
yeah.
grandfather, my grandmother, and my family member who have passed away try to change my thinking. They make me think that the person who walked in front of me was another one, not the girl that I love. So, but you know what? When she walked in front of me, she looked back. Yeah, she looked back a lot of time. She wonder why I didn't uh, approach her and ask her out for a day. And then she walked with me for a while. Then she saw that I didn't come close to her to have a talk, and she yeah, she went back home.
Oh,
So I want to tell you that you can always talk to the souls of the people who have passed away. They will try to talk with you through your mind. So when you pray, when you pray, the devil, the animal that you have eaten, they will they will let me think for a while. They will they will scream in your mind. They use swear word. They criticize Buddha and Bodhisattva whenever you pray. You will realize this until you pray. If you pray, if you have prayed for a very long time, you will realize that while you're praying, somebody's in your head screaming and criticizing, yeah, the way you were, yeah. They will try to prevent you from following the Buddha and Buddhism. Uh, yeah, they will prevent you from following Buddhism. That's I told you this because uh, mm, I tell you this. Uh, if you already have a girlfriend, I won't
no, I
tell
don't.
you this story because it's not effective. I have told many people about the story, Yeah, and if they have already have a girlfriend or boyfriend, they won't listen to me. And because I love a life without romantic relationship, so I told you about this. I don't think that it's good to get involved in romantic relationship or persuade somebody to love you back because you love them. Yeah, I don't think that's it's a good idea. So I told you about that. I want you to know that there's a word that exists parallel with us. Yeah, and that word, yeah, only the dead people live, but you cannot see them, but they can see you and they can influence you. And that's why some accident happen or you get into some kind of trouble because yeah, but you don't know the reason why. Okay, I told you about this
Okay.
story. Yeah, I told you about this story. Oh, why, man? Why do you get out of the class? I got scared.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, one more thing before I let you speak. Yeah, one more thing before I let you speak. I told you about this story because in when I was a fourth grader, I dreamed of Buddha. I saw many Buddha in my dream, not just Sakyamuni Buddha. I saw a lot of Buddha in my dream, and I do believe that I do believe that Buddha wants me to spread Buddhism around the world, to let other people know that, to let everyone on this world know that there's a, there's a disaster that's going to happen, and the war between the Ukraine and Russia is one of the disasters that the world have to face. Okay,
Oh, okay.
maybe in the next few years there will be there will be another pandemic, and China and America will start a war together. Yeah.
China and America?
Now you can say whatever you like.
I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah. Uh, okay. So what you say? I don't make up. Okay. You hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yes. So in the next few years, maybe in the next 5 years or 10 years, I don't know exactly because I'm not God, but I know many old monk who live in pagoda near my house. They can talk to a lot of gods. Okay, they can talk. They can have a conversation with God easily. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, and the most famous one, yeah, I show you him. Let me show you the picture of him. The most famous one in Vietnam. The most famous Buddhist monk in Vietnam. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this is the most famous monk in Vietnam. So he told Vietnam, so he told everybody in this world that there's there's a lot of disaster, not only natural disaster, but also man-made disaster too. That's going to happen in the next few years, and you have to be ready. That's all. And
Okay.
some uh, living in Vietnam is the best way to avoid this problem because Vietnam is not going to go to war with any country around this world. Yeah, that's all. That's what I want to tell you. And yeah, I didn't lie anything to you. I can somehow I can talk to Buddha and Bodhisattva with yeah, but I think of a question in my mind and they answer by touching my left eye. That's all. I cannot have a conversation with them because somehow uh, I haven't prayed enough. Maybe that is the one reason. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Any question? We have 3 minutes
Mm.
left for a talk.
What about something like from outside the Earth will
Outside
crash
here.
into what?
So let me tell you something. So people think that one day the sun will disappear because the energy that's supply for the fire in the sun, okay, will run out.
Okay.
Yeah, they have. That is one of the theory that many scientists come up with, right? But it's not true.
Yeah.
The suns will continue to to provide the people on the earth with sunlight. Yeah. So that every creature as well as vegetation to exist, to continue to exist, and they will not disappear. And so you might not think that mm, uh, so you might think that uh, we should believe in science instead of spiritual knowledge. Okay? But you won't believe what I say until you pray. You will see, you will hear the the voice of the devil. Okay?
Okay.
There's one more story to tell you, but maybe next time I will tell you about that. Until you hear the voice of the devil, you will realize that this universe is for human only. There's no alien in this world. And human is the most intelligent creatures that control this earth. Oh, okay. Now I want to wrap up.
Something keep getting in my phone. Oh my god. Yeah, a
Yeah,
monitor, a
yeah.
screen, a mouse, a touchpad,
Wrap
a
up. Wrap up.
pull
Yeah.
down menu, a toolbar, click on an icon, open a file, save a file, print a file, close a file, cut text, copy text, paste text, select, highlight text. Mm, the meeting is tomorrow. A cursor, scroll up, scroll down, scroll bar.
Yeah. 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 So goodbye. Have a nice Sunday.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. 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 You too.